Hello. All right. We are going to go over filters. This one is very straightforward, but you're going to see why it is very useful. Filters. I use this one a lot. So I'm going to have you grab filters, drag it right underneath. We're going to connect the little circle to little triangle. I'm going to blow this up a little bit to make it easier to see. Okay. Let's go over a couple things with filters. So first of all, you can pick something. Let's go pick on portfolio company. Why not? And here, if I say select the type of comparison, we have all these things. You could say where a value in that column, portfolio company, equals something or does not equal something, where it is null, meaning that there's nothing in there, where it's not null, meaning give me everything but the nulls, where it contains, we're going to go over all these in a minute, which not contain, starts with, does not start with, ends with, does not end with. We're going to do this easy one. We're going to say where it equals. Okay. And we're going to say, you can now pick, do you want a value from a column, which means that you have another column that already has the answer of what the filter is. I don't really use this one that often. I usually do a specific value. So in here, I'll say where I'm looking for the word company. Cool. I can say only give me things where it says company. I can even say where it gives me company A. Now, we do need to be careful about something. If I go back here, and if I look at details, sorry, if I look at data, I can see here are all the pieces, company A, B, C, D, right? So in this instance, if I say, give me where it just equals company A, let's run the preview and let's see what happens. All right, let's go to preview. And there we have company A. Now I want to show you some things. Watch this. If I go back, I go to configuration, and if I make company like this, company A, okay? And I hit run preview, let's see what happens. I hit preview, nothing shows because it is very case sensitive. So that's the point I want to communicate, that it only worked when we had company all capitalized because in our data set, they were all capitalized, right? So this is my point. We talked about text formatting. I would highly suggest, this is a best practice for me, that you make almost all text capital, because I just don't even want to deal with that anymore. I don't want to deal with, oh, did I put in the correct format? Was it an uppercase and then a lowercase, all uppercase? I don't even want to deal with that. So I make everything all uppercase, just like I said in the text formatting video. And that way I'm just very assured when I do this filter. Now I want to show you some other things. Let's go back to configuration. We're going to go back, put company A here in all caps, sorry. And I'm going to do another one. I'm going to say another filter rule. Now what I can do here is let's pick on another one. Let's do country, and let's do equals. We're going to do specific value again, and we're going to do an easy one. We're going to say China in all caps because I know it's all caps. So now we're looking for show me where it's company A and the country is China. Let's hit run preview. All right, green is good. Let's click it. Preview, easy one, company A, all China, right? No problem, no problem, no problem. Let me show you something again. What if we did this? Instead of all, we did any. Now, this is very important to know, right? All means every single thing has to happen for it to be filtered through. Think about it like a fine mesh strainer. If you're trying to filter out some juice or some soup or anything like that, all the requirements have to happen so you get less things. And maybe that's what you want. You want to use the filter as a net to kind of block out what you don't need. If I say all the requirements to go through, any means either it can be company A or it could be China. Let's hit run preview. Okay, let's go to preview. And look at that. I got a company B, but I got a China. I got a company A, Indonesia, company A, Argentina, right? So this is how we can use the all or any for the clause that we're using for our filter. So we have another trick though. We have the add formula rule. And here's what we can do. We can write in here, and we can write using some SQL like we talked about in our formula class. So I can say here, I could say portfolio company equals single quote company A, and again, we're going to say country equals single quote China, Cool. And I'm going to get rid of these two. You can work with all three of them, but we don't need to do it. I don't want it to be confusing. Let's hit run preview. Okay, let's go take a look. Let's go to preview. There we go, company and China. And we could just change it if we need to. We can go back to our formula, and instead of the and, we could change that to an or. So and or statements are kind of like the building blocks of the DNA of all this stuff that we're doing. If I hit run preview, and if I go to preview, there we go again. So we have multiple ways to do this. So I would say you have your different methods. They're all correct. You can choose whatever works best for you. Maybe using the drop down, the and or is fine. Why I do use the formula rule only when I do use it is if I need to write more complex type of filter. So if I need to say, hey, if this or this is happening and this other thing is happening, then go filter it. That's kind of a more advanced use case, but I want to just show you so you have a lay of the land of how to use filters. And there you go.